Hey friends, welcome back to my studio. I'm going to paint some pears with a palette knife. Last week I painted this one. Isn't that fun? And so it's a smart idea. Not only will it be fun to try it again, it's a smart idea to try it again and play with it because we'll learn and we'll get better from repeating a similar process. So this is an 8x8 inch on a wood panel. So last week I painted my background color on another 8" by 8" cradled wood panel, 1.5" thick. First I put clear gesso on it. We're gonna get started right away because I'm really excited. It's gonna be fun, and we'll go over the colors, and I'm gonna draw a couple pears on here. Okay guys, let's jump in. Let's set the table. So I used a little T-square and just found what is a tabletop line or the wall line. Just so since these are, I don't know, since they're pears and a little bit smaller than the last painting I showed you in the intro, just to have them something to sit on, also to make it a little bit different than the other painting. Plus, then I drew. And I just use my fingers, and it's not exact. And then about one finger here and here, just to kind of give me help with drawing where the pears go. So you notice like I put that line in, I put this line in, kind of figured out, you know, how far. And then pears are really simple. You can look at pears, just Google them. I like to use Unsplash a lot if you want a Creative Commons 0 reference photo. So copyright-free reference photo. And I use this not 1 inch. It is a 5/8 inch flat brush from Michaels. Really inexpensive brush. Came in a pack of 4 or 5 brushes. And I'm thinking my light's coming either from here or here. Maybe this way. We'll see as the painting develops. So warmer, you know, yellow, and it gets a little cooler. Definitely cooler over here, but lighter, so I get a stronger shadow over here. I'm just helping myself to remind myself, you know, basic structure, basic light direction. Okay. I've done this chat a couple times because my microphone hasn't been working. So I apologize, I'm a little thrown. I don't think I've done the colors. Titanium white, primary yellow, Quinacridone magenta. I need to put out more Phthalo blue-green shade, Mars black. They're all Liquitex. They're all basics, except for the Phthalo blue-green shade is a heavy body. Okay. I think that pretty much. Do we need to do the mixes? Primary yellow and a pinch of Phthalo blue makes a really pretty bright green. It's got a little magenta in it, because when I squirted out more magenta, it splattered a little bit. This is the palette knife I'm going to use. Just a small one from Blick Art Materials. Anything you like would work. Or you could just do a painting more like this and just build up bigger brush strokes. That could be really fun. And the more detail you get, the more real it will look. I mixed an aqua color, which is almost gone. But you can kind of see with the white in there. And that's Phthalo blue-green shade and a little bit of yellow. Some white too. That's just Mars black. So these kind of olive greens are a lot of primary yellow and just a pinch of Mars black. When I mix browns, I make an orange. It could be a yellow orange or more of a red orange. And then just slowly add some black. So this has more black in it. I think this leans towards red. This one actually might lean towards yellow. Just add more yellow or red to get it to lean the direction you want. Oh, I didn't really talk about the background color. Or maybe I did. Sorry, I really apologize. This is the third time, guys. I really apologize that I'm not keeping it straight. So I mixed a light orange, so yellow, little bit of quinacridone and some white. And then I decided to add more quinacridone and have it go more salmon color. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna stick this. So I haven't talked about this in a while. I mixed it with water, so it's a bit like a terrarium. And then I put them in gallon baggies. It helps them keep for a while. If you're gonna keep them for quite a while, every couple days, even if I haven't painted, I'll open them up and mist them. Eventually, you just need to put out fresh paint, which is what's so nice about using primary colors, which I am. I call this a red because it'll mix a great red. So red, yellow, and blue. You can use any red, yellow, and blue you want. Don't worry. No worries. Keeping it easy and fun. So then I took that aqua color that I mixed from that other palette. I might have added a little black, a little white, and that's for the background. And then I pulled some over, put a little yellow in it. These two have more white in it. And then this is just a warm, creamy beige, which I'm definitely going to use. I'm going to put it in the background because this beige is what I came back with a palette knife and smeared a bunch over here to calm the inside of this pear down. And I don't, even if my background doesn't turn out as busy or whatever happens, these two paintings will go together because I've already got this color going. And I'm going to be using some of these other colors from the palette. Okay, hopefully some of those comments made sense. I'll be back in a bit. Let's chat for a minute. I'm wondering if my background's too dark, but I need to paint the pears. I'll have a better idea. And really, it's not too dark. It's just darker than this one. This one has more light up in here. I could lighten it up. But you can see I've got this rusty color. It's not quite the same, although oh, maybe I should have grabbed that one. I grabbed this one. It's close enough. So that comes over, the greens aren't the same, but that comes over the blues. So that helps it sort of look like a set. I don't know, this might be okay. I am kind of tempted to light. Well, see, I don't want to lighten this up too much because it goes there. I could lighten it up over here. I also want it dark over here because my sun's coming. Oh, I don't have I thought I had a sun sticker. I don't know if it'll get into the sun's coming from over here. Can't quite get it in frame. Let's see, what else? Yeah, because I think the pears are going to come forward. They're going to be lighter, so I think we're okay. Dark brown and some blues in the shadow. Oh, this straight up magenta, when I'm making it dirty, happened because when I was squeezing out some more magenta, it's at the end of the tube and it splattered onto my painting. But it's gonna get covered up probably anyway. I don't know if there's much else to chat about. Mix more color if I needed it. I don't know. I guess that's it. I can't think of it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I'm gonna paint the pears. Here's a thought. You could paint the pears smooth or smoother. Like I mentioned, you could paint the whole painting like I painted the pears. You could play around with different things, so you'd have more texture, palette knife in the background, more brushwork on the pears. That might be kind of interesting too. Okay, guys, I'll be back in a bit. calling it done. I've had so much fun doing this, and it's really been good for me. I mean, I mix it up once in a while anyway, but I just recently painted 3 owls. They're realistic, which was really fun. Or like this cardinal is a fairly new video painting. Also really fun, but this is much looser, a lot more texture. And I think it's just good because I get more, I shouldn't say you, I get more excited mixing it up and playing. It's darker than I have in my head, but I think I'm going to keep it. I think I like it. It still works. Here, I'm going to get up on my tippy toes. Oh, I don't know if I can get them both in frame. Oh, I think I did. It still works. My pears, even though it's very loose and messy shapes, they're round. They have roundness. And I've got some reflective light. This I put in just a little bit of straight up magenta, and I had a little white on my palette knife, which I think is kind of nice. A little bounce light. What else? I think, oh, and I put some really thick white on. And I've been drying it with a hairdryer. It won't be dry all the way through, but can you see there? I think that you can see. And maybe it shouldn't be straight up white. It is straight up white, but maybe I should have mixed just a little bit of yellow in there. But you can argue just about anything in art. I did this because, here, maybe I'll put it down so I can kind of square it up for a screenshot for you guys. In case you want to use it for a traceable or something. I really like sort of that salmony pink color I mixed. I put it back in a little bit here, there, a little bit there, a little bit there. It's nice with the brown. It makes this not look as pink of a tan, but still kind of a pink tan color. I've got quite a bit of kind of aqua-y looking color. This almost looks blue. It isn't. Oh, it's blue and black. I guess it is. Oh, I guess I have it in the other one too. Kind of lose track of what I'm doing. Okay, let's do a tour. And I think I got my microphone fixed. I went and got a dongle for my headphones. I really don't want to buy a new phone. Isn't that fun? So rich shadow. It's got browns and blues in it. And then I just smeared similar color over onto the sides. Little white, once it's dry and it catches the highlights. That's fun. That could look like snow in a different painting. I think I like that I have like a tabletop. Whatever, yeah, I would call that a tabletop. Okay, guys, let me know if you've ever painted with a palette knife or you're going to give this one a try. I just think it's really fun. I use this one the whole time for both paintings. This is the next day, and I've been working on it. Oh gosh. 2 hours. Oh, probably. This one might have taken me a little longer. I don't know. It's probably 4 to 5 hours. Probably about the same as the other one. I super appreciate your support. I could not be a full-time artist without you. Great big happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.